All right, guys, who remembers the NBA bubble, right? 2020, the world shuts down for the pandemic, and the NBA finishes their season in the playoffs in the bubble. Let's do a little bit of a rewind here. For those who don't remember, the world shut down, and then after months of planning this, the NBA decided they were going to play basketball and finish the season out in Disney in Florida. If you guys don't remember, at the beginning of this, there were, I believe, 8 seeding games. They didn't just jump right into the playoffs. They went into the seeding games. And if you recall, some of the storylines were like Damian Lillard going off during the seeding games and then getting past Memphis in a crazy game in the play-in game just to get into the playoffs. That was an incredible matchup, watching Dame go off like that. Really high-level basketball, actually. One of my favorite matchups, even though it was not well for my team, was Donovan Mitchell and Jamal Murray. The Jazz and the Nuggets going after it together. Jazz were up 3-1 in the series. The Nuggets came back from 3-1 and won that one, just like they did against the Clippers. So let's get to that as well. If you didn't remember, the Clippers lost to the Nuggets, and that's when Jokic and Jamal went off. I mean, we got to see some really good basketball, and the Clippers were loaded with talent. That's when Paul George and Kawhi were healthy, and they had Pat Beverly on the team. I mean, they were nasty, and they were one of the favorites to knock off the Lakers if they got through, but the Nuggets were the ones who took them down. Just as a reminder, this was the Clippers lineup. I mean, they were pretty solid, and the Nuggets took them down. It was a really, really good matchup. Of course, in the NBA Finals, you had Jimmy Butler going against LeBron. Jimmy left it all out there on the court, literally just burned himself out, had some incredible games, but ultimately the Lakers won the NBA Finals in the bubble. But here's my final takeaways from this. I want to know what your guys' thoughts are. That was just a quick rundown, but I want to give you my final thoughts. The quality of basketball that was played in the bubble was absolutely insane. It was so incredible because all they had to worry about when they were there was literally just basketball. I mean, the world was shut down. Everybody was watching them from home, but all they had to do was play ball. And so when you get a bunch of professional basketball players that all they're focused on is basketball, there was some high-level basketball being played, some very competitive matchups, some of the best matchups that there were out there. I mean, buzzer beaters, you saw stars in the making. It was incredible ball. Unfortunate circumstances, of course, like it sucked that for the reason that we were there, but it was such good basketball, and I think it doesn't get spoken about enough. And I'm sure there will be a 30 for 30 documentary on the bubble and the fact that we actually did that whole thing, But the quality of basketball itself was incredible. What was your favorite memory from the NBA bubble in 2020?